This is the Blairing Out with Eric Blair show, and tonight we're on the red carpet for Bass Player Live. Jason Newsted, Blairing Out with Eric Blair show. How you doing tonight, man?
Are you Eric Blair?
I'm Eric Blair.
Eric Blair. I'm Jason Newsted.
Nice
to
meet
meet
you,
Nice
man.
to meet you, man.
It's nice to meet a legend.
Wow. Thank you.
What is important to you about Bass Player Live?
This is my first time, so I've been in it for about, I don't know, 10 or 12 or 20 hours. Fantastic. When all of the dudes get together, that like the keepers of the low end, man, where there's some pretty cool things going tonight. You think about the players that are actually here and the things that they've achieved as individuals and collectively. Put it all in a pile. Ellefson, Frankie Bello, Billy Sheehan, and all these different cats. JD from Zach's band. He'll be the best bass player you see tonight other than Geezer Butler. Okay, he's the shit. Right? He is the shit. He understands Geezer formula, mentality, sensibility, and all that kind of thing. He is that. So between all these cats that have been my friends for a long time and the new friends, like I just met JD this year on tour, having that together and all of us in one room just rock, it's always so freaking awesome. You know, there's always a brotherhood within bass players, but when we actually get it like this, and it gets, I mean, for reals amplified in lots of different ways, it's a special thing, man. It's about time that the dudes that are back there that keep down the glue and the concrete get some respect in that way. So anytime that Bass Player Live comes up with this stuff, like I said, I'm just learning about it now, so I couldn't answer a whole lot of answers about it other than it's the right thing to do. Because bass players work hard, man. They do.
What was the one Geezer Butler song, or Black Sabbath song, that you thought when you were younger, if I learn this, I've accomplished something?
Oh, okay, in that way, like challenge-wise.
Influence others to pick up the right. Well, I enjoy.
God, I don't. Riff names are different. I mean, riffs are different than song names. I'm not. That, whatever that is, Supernova. I don't even know what it's called. But that one, that's tough because that takes the slurring and the technique and everything. That's hard. But best riffage, Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath. Heaviest ever, #1 heaviest riff ever. So that's close. But there is no bad Geezer Butler bass line.
No way.
It hasn't happened yet.
That's what I learned too. Now, what is it like for you to be back out on the road playing heavy metal? Victorious. I had been away from it for a really long time. Since I played with Ozzy's band 2003 full on. That's the last time I was in it neck deep. And 10 years after that now. Going back into it, everything that's changed, the accelerated rate that shit has happened on the computer and all that stuff like that, man, holy crap, to catch up with that, it takes quite a bit of doing right now. I'm already adapting, I'm just trying to adapt to the changes and so many new avenues to take to try to get the music to the people. A couple of the old avenues, the strongest ones still exist, like that kind of thing. Taking it to the people has never changed. It won't change. You gotta, our kind of music, you gotta take to the people like this, one fan at a time, convincing everyone, or reaffirming with everyone, what's that. So I feel strong again, feel good about playing the music, have a great band together. That's the main thing. I really like the other dudes in the band. Like Mike Mushak. I mean, everybody's really great on their own and hardworking, clear-eyed, motivated, disciplined. Had to be that way in order to hang. So, I mean, that's what it is. But that's why I assembled those people. Anyway, it feels strong. It feels victorious. And probably the best thing about it so far, I went to like 17, 18 countries in the last few months, the respect that is coming from what I call the spawn. The bands that are 22 to 27, 32 years old that are coming up now. Even bands like Mastodon that have been around for 13 or 15 years that I worship. I mean, I love them, but they're still a lot younger as far as the calendar goes. Not really here, but as far as the calendar goes. And so to have them come up and show respect, younger bands that I don't really know the names of or what their music would sound like or whatever, they're just the next form of our music. They come up and say, Jay, if it wasn't for you, man, and this just the same things I would say to Geezer. I don't know how to take it from this side. I know how to say it to Clapton. I know how to say it to Geezer. Dude, look at you like that. But when they come at me like that, I'm, what now? Whoa. Who are you talking to? Like, holy shit, thanks, man, fuck. I couldn't have predicted that. So, long answer to your question, it was like this inspiring thing. Recycled karma.
all the positive vibes that I put out, like all the people that I met hundreds of thousands, literally hundreds of thousands of people. I've shaken their hand, taken pictures, asked them how they're doing, what their favorite song is, stuff like that. That's coming back to me now. And enough time has passed for the next generations of listeners to come and check it out and reinforce it, and the metal family growing to an army, and beautiful.
Now, in light of that, in light of your life coming full circle as a musician, you're celebrating the 25th anniversary of And Justice for All. And I actually met you before you recorded that album at the Steinberger booth. You were grabbing a white Steinberger that was in the shape of a guitar, and I asked you about recording the album.
How have you been, man?
I've been good.
Looks like you did all right.
We grew up, man.
Wow.
We're adults now.
Wow. Well, you'll carry it away now. Got to make adult decisions sometimes, I guess. That's about it. Still the metal kid right here, same as you.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. That's amazing. Wow, good for you.
So when you think of 25 years, what does that bring back to you?
It seems like about 25 days, really. I mean, a lot of stuff has happened, but it's very fresh still in my mind. That's a long time. It's wonderful that it stood the test of time, and that's been proven over and over again. As it keeps selling, it sold right then. 2 minutes, sold again. I mean, that's pretty real, you know. And I guess can only be proud of that. We worked hard on the record. We worked hard to take it to the world, present it to them live. You know, I mean, it's right place at the right time for Metallica. Demographic was right. Songs, power, motivation, all of it, man. Right place at the right time, baby. We took care of it. So very proud of that.
Would you ever perform a song by the name of Hitler's in Hell?
Ooh, what?
There's a song called Hitler's in Hell. It's like a punk metal song. Would you ever perform that kind of a song?
Like Hitler is in hell.
Hitler's in Hell.
Okay. Like, there's multiple Hitlers in hell. I wasn't sure. So Hitler is in hell. Okay. Yeah, probably. You know, and Flotsam, Der Fuhrer, off the first album, I do scream out in the middle of the song, "Fuck you, man!" So I mean, it's possible. I might have preceded that even, huh?
What song are you performing tonight?
War Pigs.
Oh man, that's a great bass line.
Played that a lot of times, so it'll be good. It'll be good.
How did it differ playing with Metallica and then playing with Ozzy?
Wow. Jesus, Metallica was my heroes, like you know what I mean? That was my favorite band to begin with. So, and someone else's fate brought about my destiny, and it's kind of crazy with all that. But as far as the power and climbing the mountain and get to the highest place you can get and all that, fantastic, right? Ozzy thing was more of your heroes become your peers. You know, like there was definitely a couple times on stage while I'm playing, I look across and there he is, and I let go of the bass and start being a fan. You know, oh shit, you know, like you really get caught up in that. How can you actually have that surreal thing where a dude calls up and says, "Come and play bass with me for a little while"? That's a pretty big deal. When your heroes call you out, which has happened a few times in my career so far, and probably will happen more. It's amazing.
How was Sharon? As far as her running the ship at that time, how was it for you?
It was their second or third season of the MTV Osbourne's program, so that was kind of, you know, a different life for them, I think, at that time. Cameras everywhere, a different busyness factor, like a lot of time being taken up with all that stuff. She was in control, as always, very professional. She always treated me very professionally. I had no negative vibes from her through all time. We talked very seriously about our things, got our contracts together. She asked me to do something. I said, I'm in Voivod. If you want me to play in Ozzy's band, you got to let Voivod open all the shows. She said, okay. We fucking did it.
How's your album doing?
Pretty good. You know, it's a whole new, like we're talking about the new world. I don't know how many copies are sold. 50,000 proper copies or something. And 250,000, 350,000 stolen in the first week or two. You know, I mean, it's a different world. I'm not stressing about that, man, so much. It's a whole different thing. I realize the music now is the calling card. It's the spearhead. It has to let people know what your band is about, and you just have to let them know when you're going to be there to play the stuff. And going back to the very first stuff we were talking about, you got to take it to the people. That has not changed. So how much ever songs you put out and on the internet or send them up for free or whatever the hell that you do, you still have to play it live for the people, prove that you can, and I still intend to do that. Those avenues have not changed. You got to figure out what people can't download and try to work that out. Come up with some cool t-shirts, some cool trinkets, make good shows, have the ticket prices be reasonable, t-shirt prices be reasonable, everybody come out, share the metal, make it happen. That's all. You know, I'm really worried about that part so much. Not being a dick, I'm just saying I'm not worried about it. I want to take it to the people still. I feel really strong about doing it now. The pride in the band. It's not going to last forever. I turned 50 this year. I got a few more years in me, a few hundred more shows to really kill it. I'm not going to lie to myself about it. I'm going to be wise in the way that I've preached for a long, long time. One of the most important things in life is knowing when to say when, no matter what you do in life. You're a dentist, a bricklayer, a musician, an actor, whatever like that. And if you're in the business, not behind the scenes in this business, but in the light in this business, you really need to know when to say when to keep it happening. And you said, nice to meet a legend. The first ones you said. Now, people, I don't say that about myself. Other people say that. But I want that to always be. So I'm only going to play when I am what people expect to see. When I'm no longer what people expect to see, I will not play anymore in this way. I'll play blues or something else, but you know, I'm only going to do that as long as I can.
Jason Newsted.
It's got to be genuine, or it ain't good.
Blaring Out Show.